Okay, now we are going to discuss with the next concept as a types of a data center. Okay, so in a very simple terms, a data center can have any combination of the server form, as we discussed in previous sessions, like an it should be of internet server form, it should be of the intranet server form, or it should be of the extranet server form. The type of server forms that a data center will cater is important, as it defines the technical architecture of the data center. Now, as previously also, whenever we studied the data center architecture, that time we studied that there are certain types of data center according to the facilities provided by them. So let's talk about that are types according to facility, like an host dedicated data center, then co-location in-house. Okay, but here for the this is a very much important point for the your global certification point of view, for your interview point of view, for your examination point of view. Let's talk about this type. So basically there are three types of data center. So that type has been created based on the core function that the data center provides, and these are the following type. So first is of internet data center, second is of corporate data center, and third is a software defined data center. Shortly you can say that it's an IDC, it's an CDC, and it's an SDDC. SDDC stands for software defined data center. So let's talk about the every type and every category, so that you will get clear the concept of this type of the data center. Now let's start with the internet data center. So in a very simple term, an internet data center is a data center connected to the internet and can be accessed from the internet. Very much important sentence and word. So it data center connected to the internet and can be accessed from the internet. An IDC is traditionally an outsourced solutions where it is built and managed by the service providers. Also, there are few enterprises whose core business would be based on internet commerce. Such enterprise operates with their own IDC, internet data center. Examples has a different e-commerce companies and all. So the architecture of enterprise or internet data center and service provider IDC are quite similar. However, in a case of an enterprise IDC, the demand for scalability is generally lower, as the user base and services provided is comparatively smaller than a service provider IDC. So suppose in case of business would like to operate an enterprise IDC, but may not want to build a server farm from scratch, they could also use the data center facilities in a co-located or co-location data center. An enterprise can rent out a server or cabinet which remains under the control of the enterprise and not the service provider. Such an arrangement provides in for different benefits, like an additional task of building the data center, then cost of building the server farms, then products time to a market. So here the main concept is that in this internet data center, that is called as a IDC, is that simply it is going to connect, or the center connected to the internet and can be accessed from the internet only. Now this is internet data center. With this we have another category, that is called as another type of a data center, that is called as a corporate data center. How we can define this term? Again, it's a very simple manner. In a corporate data center, these data center are built to support core functions of a business, then the business model can be based on internet services, intranet services, or both. So here in this corporate they are going to use the two services, internet as well as intranet services. Hence corporate data center architecture can be any type of server form. An example, if you want to see, like the data center is supported by all three types of server form, is connected to the enterprise network. So corporate data center can support all three types of server farm. They are typically used for supporting intranet server farm hosting enterprise application. So here certain things are given in terms of the corporate. So it is used for the core business functions, then can be any type of server farm supporting, and it's used for hosting enterprise application by intranet server farm. Now these in terms of the corporate data center. Now there is another type which is called as a software defined data center. Now let's talk about this software defined data center. As you saw this picture here, number of things are present, components are like that one, networking, storage, then CPU, security, these are the infrastructure elements you can say. And here one thing is written, virtualized and delivered as service. Let's talk about these things in more detail. So in a SDDC, that is an software defined data center, all infrastructure elements are virtualized and delivered as a service. It's very much important. Here want to say that as shown in a picture, all the infrastructure elements are virtualized and they are delivered as a service. Means what? The infrastructure elements include networking, then storage, then security or CPU. The entire infrastructure is abstracted from the hardware and managed through software. The key task related to deployment, provisioning and configuration and operation of the infrastructure is automated and it carried out through a software. This way of managing infrastructure software is known as a virtualization. Very much important thing. Till date what we know in the virtualization, we know the what is virtualization, and there are different categories of the virtualization, how you can do the disk virtualization, how you can do the network virtualization. So here want to say that in the software defined data center, all the infrastructure elements are virtualized and they will delivered as a services. My friend want to tell you one examples here. As you are familiar with Amazon AWS, as you are going to use with the Microsoft Azure, as you are going to use the Google Cloud Platform, which is an GCP, where these you can find all kind of services, all kinds of infrastructure elements are virtualized and they will deliver to you as a service. Whenever you want, what kind of CPU configuration you can change it, whichever you want, as kind of virtual machine you can create it. But how it is possible? This is possible with the help of different virtualization softwares, and these virtualization softwares are running within a software defined data center. And if you want to see the what are the major building blocks of this SDDC, like, and they are going to do the network virtualization, then they will proceed for the storage virtualization, they will proceed for the server virtualization. Now let's little bit talk about this network, storage and server virtualization. In this network virtualization, what I can say that in this network virtualization, type of virtualization, the available network resources are combined by splitting up the available bandwidth into a channel. Each channel is independently secured and can be assigned to a specific server or device in real time. Then the authorized users can also have shared access to all network resources. Network virtualization helps to reduce the cumbersome and time consuming task of network management, since the tasks are virtualized, it's improve productivity and efficiency of the network administrator. So this is happen in terms of the network virtualization. Like there is another thing like called as a storage virtualization. In this storage virtualization, the physical storage from multiple network storage device is pulled together into a single storage device, and this pooled storage device is then centrally managed from a single console. And this type of virtualization is typically used in a storage area network like in SAN with a storage virtualization. The storage administrator can easily perform the task of the data backup and data archiving and data recovery more easily. So this is happening in storage virtualization. Like there is another kind has been done with the help of this SDDC, which is called as a server virtualization. So in this server virtualization, the server resources are masked from the server users. The server resources include the identity and number of physical servers, processors and operating system. And server virtualization allows for hiding the complicated details of the servers from the users, and this helps in increasing resource sharing and managing the server capacity for meeting scalability needs. So that is all in terms of the software defined data center and how the software defined data center, here all the infrastructure elements gets virtualized and they will delivered as a services. We saw the services like a network virtualization, storage and server virtualization.